going for the Nc'wala ceremony, which will be taking place on the 25th rather, of February 2023. And the activities leading on to that obviously start on Thursday, the 23rd of this month as well. So we look at some news coming through from there. We've heard about the over 600,000 condoms that were stocked in Chipata city ahead of the ceremony, and the organizing committee for chairperson for health in Davison, Dhaka, saying 7,652 female condoms and 614,340 male condoms have been made available to the committee ahead of the ceremony. And we talk about this with correspondent from Eastern Province, Samuel Sylvester Kwabe. Kwabe, good morning to you. Let's first of all find out how preparations are going. I know we did get an update on Monday on the Real-Time Newsroom on how this is going. It's fewer days before the starts. In fact, tomorrow being the first day of the activities leading on to the main event on Saturday. But how are preparations going ahead of tomorrow's events as well?
Well, according to the Ngoni Royal Establishment as well as the organizing committee, they're saying all is set and in place, only a few minor issues which were supposed to be completed by yesterday. And I'm sure by today, I was speaking to the Secretary General of the organizing committee, who has actually said that all is set for the Nc'wala traditional ceremony to kick off tomorrow, when the ceremony will start leading to the actual event, where we'll have the climax at Mtengureni main arena of the traditional ceremony. So as we are speaking right now, we have been assured that everything is set and the ceremony will go ahead. So from the preparatory perspective, would confirm that the Royal Establishment is ready, and people have already started coming in to ensure that they attend this particular ceremony.
Now, the elephant in the room still is around these over 600,000 condoms that have been distributed into Chipata district. I mean, just a few days ago, we're hearing about the lodges and hotels being fully booked. Now, over 600,000 condoms being distributed. What's the general feeling like over there in Chipata? How people feeling about this development coming through?
Well, this is not a new comment to the people of Eastern Province, or Chipata to be specific, because this is an issue which has been discussed at length in ceremony committees, as well as we have been having these preparatory meetings since November last year. And these are some of the issues which come out of these meetings. We have different departments attending these preparatory meetings, and they come with their own issues and deliberate on how those issues are going to be tackled with. Giving you a background, it was that the Minister of Health had raised some issues as regards to traditional ceremonies in terms of sexually transmitted diseases, as well as infections of HIV and AIDS. So what used to happen some time back, you would see that immediately after the ceremony, the hospitals would be overwhelmed with cases of sexually transmitted diseases, but also infections of HIV and AIDS. Now, going forward, there was a deliberate action that whether we like it or not, people are going to have sex during that particular time. And what should we do? Let us provide them with necessary protection so that we reduce on the infections on that particular period, when many people from across the globe will come and converge here just to witness this particular traditional ceremony. There, we saw that the idea came in, and the Ministry of Health, working together with the local authorities, came up with an initiative that during this particular time, you need to stock the district with huge numbers or a lot of condoms, so that people, you can't stop them from having sex, because some of them are elderly people, including the young ones, but majority are ordinary people who make decisions on their own. And when they are trying to have sex, you cannot stop them. The best is to advise them to use protection. Their resolution, let's have enough or stock adequate condoms so that people are able to use protection on that particular time. So this is where you see that almost each and every year we have these numbers being given. And when they are given in different stands at the Nc'wala arena, there, even in town, different, the condoms, all of them, they go. And you find that by the end of Nc'wala, everything has gone, meaning that people are getting the message and are using, the protection, which is, very important to try and curb sexually transmitted diseases as well as infections of HIV.
What has also been noted is the increase from last year, because now we look at over 600,000. There's been an increase this year observed. What could also be leading to this?
This can also mean that people are using this particular protection, as we can, compare. Last year, they had released a lot compared to that other year in 2021, but still they go. So it is better if you have a surplus, or people don't complain of having shortage of it. Mind you, also, I would like to confirm that in Chipata right now, you have a lot of even sex workers who have moved from across countries. Malawians, Mozambicans, South Africans are here, and they need these protections for them to have their commercial sex work, which they do daily basis, because they understand the terrain, or how these ceremonies are held and which one are influential. We have ceremonies like Ulamba here. We have ceremonies in the country like Nc'wala. We have ceremonies like Womboka. These commercial sex workers, they know that a lot of people are in these areas and they would need our services. Definitely, you need to give them some sort of contraceptions, or a protection for them to not infect other people, because they are at high risk of contracting sexually transmitted diseases as well as HIV. So this increase is in anticipation that will have a lot of people attending this traditional ceremony, and having a lot of people would mean also us to have a lot of protection for them, for the people.
Two more things before I let you go, Kwabe. One, you speak of the sex workers, and obviously this becomes a trend year in, year out, where they will travel. I mean, those from Lusaka probably have traveled to Chipata district at the moment, from the neighboring countries as well. What tends to happen also from the law enforcers, the Zambia police and so on, because it would not be prudent of them to say they are not aware that this trade could be going on in some of these places, some of these corners within the district. So what tends to happen every year? Are they just ignored? Are they followed up? Are they questioned? Is anything ever done about that?
Well, that is a very interesting debate you have brought up about Chimweka, and suffice to mention that it has been so difficult legally to prosecute such cases in terms of somebody in commercial sex work, because when it comes, I've interacted with police officers and law enforcement agencies on this particular matter, and one of the issues which comes out is that there is no law which would do, you would win in the courts of law basing your issue on commercial sex work, because evidence is going to be a little bit of difficult. So the only thing they do when they find them is maybe loitering in the streets and all those, and then they pay admission of guilt of about 50 kwacha and all those. So it becomes very difficult to stop it, because of course the cells will be full, and what are you going to do next? So there are those challenges which the law enforcement agencies have shared with us based on their experiences. So in as much as the law enforcement agencies would like to do something, but there's also the legal aspect of it, on what they are going to, how are they going to make sure that they prosecute the case beyond reasonable doubt. So there are those technicalities which they need to deal with. But as of now, the police have issued a statement that all is in place in terms of making sure that there's law and order and security-wise as we go towards the traditional ceremony.
Lastly, these very condoms that we talk about from the Ministry of Health and their distribution, you say, yes, they tend to run out year in, year out. So how exactly is this distributed? Are they offered to people? Are they left somewhere for... I've never been to the Nc'wala ceremony, so I'm not sure how exactly this works. So how exactly are they distributing these very condoms? Are they offering the people, or you just find them around for free?
No, these are Ministry of Health condoms, and they are distributed free of charge. So there are a number of stands which Ministry of Health and other private organizations have at Nc'wala traditional ceremony. But also in town, there are places like sanitation places like toilets and all that. So what they usually do is that they place these condoms in strategic positions, but also they put them in stands across the arena as well as Laweni, where these activities are happening from. And people who would want to use them, they just go there and pick them. And that's once they pick, and they go and use them the way they would want to use them. So that's how those condoms are distributed each year.
Samuel Nc'wala, thank you so much for joining us. Let us know what your thoughts as well on this matter as our viewer at the moment. Leave a comment via the Diamond TV Zambia Facebook page, where we're streaming live at the moment. The Nc'wala is on for this weekend, but obviously activities leading on to that begin tomorrow. We'll be right back to continue with the Diamond Breakfast.
Life, yeah, ikosa. Ale vinto fyonze pakti fe vichitike. Pala wenkondo. Pala wonkono isha. Isha. Paka fe vichitike. Wala ikala chanzo ife.